I am Liz Wilkinson from The Landmark, and we are proudly partnering with Mindsight to flip the focus on mental health. The power to make positive cultural change is in the I, the we and the us, and it's important to me because everybody, myself included, will struggle with mental health at some stage in their lives. Awareness weeks are brilliant. They raise profile, they grab media attention, but they definitely aren't enough. Every Monday, 52 different businesses who care about making a positive change will tell their story and share insights about how to look after themselves and their teams, to make positive conversations the normal way to start every week of the year. They will then pass on the baton to the next business. Mental health is a journey, as I said previously, that every one of us is on daily. Some people will struggle more than others, but I think there are three things that personally work for me that could work for you to keep yourself mentally well. So my top tips. Tip number one, enjoy time for yourself. There's nothing wrong in being a little bit selfish. It's difficult if you've got kids or people that rely on you or you've got a busy job, but honestly, even if it's just 10 minutes, having a bath, doing a bit of yoga, going for a walk, watching a film, reading a book, anything that sort of makes you feel a little bit happy, a little bit chilled, a little bit happier, just do it. 10 minutes, half an hour, whatever you can sort of spare. I don't get much spare time, but it usually is once the kids are in bed. Half an hour is enough. Just gives me a little bit of time to reflect on my day and sort of take a deep breath and sort of shake it off and then move on. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is to talk it out. I am a talker, which drives my husband nuts. However, talking about something that I'm feeling stressed about actually really helps because it's almost like a release. Keeping it in my head just makes my head feel too busy and it becomes overwhelming, and I think that's where I start to struggle, whether it's with a bit of anxiety or just feeling really sort of tense. So talking it out with a person that you can trust, a person that sort of shares similar experiences, so whether it is a colleague or a family member, your partner, a close friend, or even just to yourself, sometimes just having a good old like, what is going on today in the mirror, really does help. And you will find the more that you talk, the more that people sort of go, God, yeah, me too. And I think feeling like you're not on your own is a huge one, because you're not most of the time. And tip number three is to write a list. Can't even tell you how satisfying list writing is for me. I have lists upon lists upon lists, which you would think would make me more stressed, but it really doesn't, because if it's on paper, it's not in my brain. I will wake up at 3 a.m. and write a list because I'm not sleeping because of things I've got to think about for the day after or the rest of the week. So writing it down on paper sort of physically takes it out of my brain, puts it somewhere else. I can just pop it in a drawer, and then in the morning I can go, don't need to worry about that today, don't need to worry about that, prioritise this, don't prioritise that. Just helps make things a little bit clearer for me. So yeah, they're my top three tips. My name is Liz Wilkinson from The Landmark, and I pass the baton to flip the focus on mental health.